Hello and welcome to Judge. You can't really make it out very well, but that is a J, it is Judge. First off, this is not a one-handed man, one-armed man. Apparently you can click on his arm a lot, and eventually it falls off. So I've learned that today. You can also click on his face. I don't know why, but you can. You can also click on his arm and that makes it fall off. But regardless, this is Judge by 10 tons, sorry there's an S there, which also made, what was it called, Neon Chrome? I think it was Neon Chrome. And I think this is based in the same sort of city or area or whatever as Neon Chrome, but before it, I'm not exactly sure. I hadn't played the other games from 10 tons, but regardless, this is a rather interesting game, in my opinion anyway. Here's your options. There's not really a huge amount here, but there you go. Options and such. Supports every resolution known to man. I'm pretty sure. Regardless, we'll go ahead and hit play here. I already have a save where I have played through some of the game. Obviously, I've not finished it. There are 4 acts. I have finished Act 1 and Act 2, but not unlocked Act 3 yet. Because of the way the system works here. So basically, for every mission you have an easy mode, or not an easy mode, a normal mode and a hard mode. And these normal mode and the hard mode will have different objectives, as you can see by the squares here. And they will give you these little squares, obviously. They're medals is what they are, but they will give you a medal for every objective that you complete in a mission. You don't need to complete all 3 in a single go. In fact, some cases that's actually impossible to do. Most cases, actually, I think almost every case is going to be impossible to do all 3 objectives in a single go. But there are a few that you can do. Regardless, that'll give you a medal. The medals will then unlock further levels that you can do. For instance, this one unlocks at 55, this one unlocks at 50. I think that's backwards. We'll just go with that's backwards because that says 50 and that says 55, and normally they've been going up in a quite clear incremental amount rather than going back down, but hey, we'll just roll with that. It's not out yet. To be fair, it comes out, I think a week from now. I think it comes out on the 4th of October. Fairly sure that's the date. Regardless, it'll be on Steam, 15 bucks. Anyway, I've already done some of these. We'll start off with a couple early ones we'll do real quick, and then we'll probably go ahead and try Ash Bay Nightclub on hard, or Paradise Lane on hard. One of those two, because I haven't done those on hard yet, as you can tell by the fact I have no medals. But medals also unlock upgrades for your Judge and your Gavel. Your Gavel is your weapon. I mean, you are a Judge. It does have to be called a Gavel. We'll look at that in a second. But you have 4 potential slots. I haven't purchased this one yet. In fact, we'll go ahead and do that now. You have 4 potential slots to put upgrades in, and there is a variety of upgrades. I obviously don't know what all of these are because I don't have all of them. But there's a lot of stuff. There's body armor, take less damage, electrocute people near you. Citizens have way more health, so they don't instantaneously die. Shadow Blend is neat. As long as you're in the dark, you are invisible to enemies. As long as, obviously, if you shoot, you're not in the dark anymore. But more health. Tactical View seems interesting to me, so we might check that out later. Slow down bullets, make yourself smaller, make yourself faster, walk into walls. Chameleon seems interesting. It does the same thing as Shadow Blend, but you don't need shadows. And there's a lot of places where there's not going to be any shadows, so that could be interesting. But we're just going to get something, let's I don't know what to get, actually. Let's get Shadow Blend just so I can show it off, but there you go. There's my stats. Those stats will be modified by upgrades and stuff, but these are actually the base stats in the game. My stats have not changed since the game started because I'm not using any stat upgrades. I have a hacking tool so I can hack stuff, made myself smaller, and then Riot Shield is a 200 HP shield from frontal damage, so I can still get instantaneously murdered from the sides and stuff. And this is your Gavel. It's basically a gun with a hammer on the end of it. You can beat people to death with your hammer, but the default melee damage, as you can see, is extremely low compared to the actual weapons. For instance, my upgraded laser here has 125 damage per shot compared to 20 from the melee. So, but you might notice that this game has a thing against use. You'll pick up on that real quick. You have lead bullets. This is what you start with, just a basic, very inaccurate machine gun. Shotgun. Plasma is actually really good. It's what most of the enemies seem to use, is plasma. The laser is what I'll be using because I like it. Ion is kind of neat. It's basically a little plasma ball that electrocutes things that are near it. It's a lot of games feature something like that. The rapid plasma is a shorter range plasma that fires faster, that deals less damage. Not sure the use of that, but I'm also not playing a super bulky, tanky dude that just walks in and kills people, generally speaking. I'm trying to be somewhat stealthier than that. I've also got stun grenades that I forget to use a lot, so don't worry if I forget to use those. And then you can also get upgrades for your gavel, modifications for your gavel, which includes a lot of things as well. So you can see there's just crazy amount of customization going on here, which is neat actually. You can get things like reload plasma. Shoot plasma bolts around you when you reload. I have Sandman because it's a chance to stun. Very useful, in my opinion. You can also have increased range, extra specials. You can have piercing lead. Obviously, a laser is not effective because it's not lead. It also says that right there. You can have bullets that don't harm citizens, which is good because you can kill citizens and fail the mission. Or objective or whatever. Increased rate of fire, more melee damage, deflect projectiles with your melee, explode upon melee attack. I also have knockback on my shots. Usually my shots kill things, so that might not actually be very useful. Maybe we want to get something else? I don't really know. Doesn't really matter for now. And then system is just the settings there. You also can track how many citizens you save and or die in the process, which is a neat stat. And there are collectibles of which I have collected none, so I don't really actually know anything about that system. But regardless, back to the map. This is the map available in the game. It says 4 acts. I do not know if there are additional things that you can do in the game besides those 4 acts. However, because the map is huge, as you can see, it's relatively large. But it'll take a long time to get through these 4 acts because you have to do almost seemingly probably 70% of the objectives in the game to actually unlock the final mission here. Like, let's look at this real quick because this is the most you'll need. 138, so it should be 138 medals available on the map, and you need 110 of those to finish all of the missions, to unlock all of the missions. So you'll be doing most of the objectives. But anyway, let's go ahead and hop into house arrest on normal so that you guys can see what's going on here. There is a tutorial mission at the very start of the game before house arrest that you can replay if you want, but I'm not going to show it because it's boring. But this is the gist of this is the view that you'll have in the game. This is your car, this is how you come in and go out. You will always leave via your car, and you will always enter via your car. Hostages will not always leave via your car. There are also additional exits for hostages. But this is the main gameplay. You are this guy, the judge here. Those are your enemies, and those are the hostages. There's also special enemies. There won't be any in this mission. But because I have this augment that allows me to hide in the shadows, as you can see, if I walk near a light like that, it disappears and I become visible. But as long as I stay away from lights, they won't be able to see me until I shoot. Apparently, there's a light right there. Not that it matters because they're facing out anyway. But the gist of the game is to very quickly go in, complete your objective, and leave. I've already completed all the objectives, but you can see one of them is exit in 20 seconds. For this mission, our primary goal is rescue the hostages. This first medal must be completed in order to finish the mission. These other two are basically optional things. So to exit in 20 seconds, you have to rescue all of the hostages in this building, get them out of the building, and then get yourself out of the building all within 20 seconds. So the game itself is generally fairly quick. Now, these are windows, so I can't shoot through them because I have a laser. I will demonstrate this. I scared the birds off. I can't shoot through these because I have a laser. So the weapon you have really dictates how you actually go through missions as well, so you will have to be wary of that. So that guy's not going to see me because he's looking away from me. So you can play these missions essentially however you want. You can go in here, run and gun, kill these people real fast, get in and out. Or you can be super stealthy and never actually be seen. You can do, I think, most of the missions in the game without ever being seen by an enemy. You will have to have the proper setup for it, obviously, but it is possible. Now, in my case, because I can't shoot through windows, it's going to be difficult. However, you can still do it. If you kill... That's not the button I meant to hit, if you're curious. Thankfully, he's an idiot. If you kill people quick enough, you won't be registered as seen because they won't have realized what they're actually looking at if you kill them fast enough. So we'll go ahead and melee this, kill that guy, and he actually has no idea we were there, even though we broke a window behind him. And to demonstrate that they will respond to you breaking windows behind them, you can see we broke that window and this guy turned around. He can't see us though because we have that perk for being in the shadows, so we can actually take people out really, really quickly. You also get bonus damage multipliers for killing people before you're seen. Basically, when they have that question mark, exclamation mark thing, you're getting bonus damage. So you can actually see I've done this entire mission without being seen by an enemy, which is very good for staying alive, because the enemies do a lot of damage. As long as you can sneak up on them, you can probably kill them in one shot if you're running a setup like I am with a really high power weapon. But that's the gist of it. So we can go ahead and do, let's say, this mission, which we need to exit in 20 seconds on hardcore apparently. So we'll do this on hardcore and see if we can do this quickly. Now, if we're looking on the map, the rescue all civilians objective is these green icons. These are the civilians. So there's 2 civilians here and 1 there that would need to be rescued. I've already done that objective though. Our primary objective is to eliminate the 3 people over here. So we're gonna try and do that in 20 seconds and then get out. It seems highly unlikely though, but I'll go ahead and show you a different sort of quick, rapid play style. I don't have the setup for it, mind you, but we're gonna try it anyway. It would help if I could aim. I unfortunately cannot, so instead we're just gonna fail tremendously to kill these people in a reasonable time span. Now, unfortunately, I failed that, so we're gonna restart this real quick. It would help again tremendously if I could aim. I don't know how many songs are in this game, by the way. It does randomly pick the song at the start of a mission. I don't know if you can affect that in any way, shape, or form. I missed that guy, that's okay. Now, you might have noticed that guy actually didn't know where I was. That's because I was in the shadows while I was walking past him, which meant I was invisible because I have that perk. So he never shot at me when I came back through there. But anyway, there you go. Did it in 20 seconds. I mean, it was pretty tight because I can't aim, but you can see the sort of gist of some of the objectives here. The objectives will have you do basically everything you can think of for a medal. For instance, let's look at this one here. It's for normal, eliminate targets, destroy all enemies, don't take any damage. This one says exit 20 seconds, rescue all civilians. There's also loot all containers as an objective option. Excuse me, eliminate the leader. I'm looking for a specific one. Survive so many seconds, use only melee, collect evidence. There's another one, is it this one? Don't get spotted, that's an obvious objective. It must be kill all enemies within 60 seconds, which is crazy, by the way. To kill everything on the map within 60 seconds. There's a specific one I'm looking for that I can't seem to find to save my life. There it is, don't kill anyone. So somehow you have to save the hostages, which there are 3, one of which is near a leader that you have to kill for an objective, which are usually stronger enemies. Some cases not much stronger, but they are strong. There's 4, by the way, there's one right there. You have to tell these hostages to get out, and they have to get to the exit, which is right here, without you killing anybody. And the enemies will shoot at civilians, and if these hostages die, you fail this objective. So that's a pretty hard one to do there. But that should give you a gist of sort of what the objectives are. Let's go ahead and do... Do I want to do this one? Is this the one I want to do? I'm pretty sure I almost had this one and then suicided, so we're actually going to try this one again. And by suicided, I mean I walked in front of a turret and died. It is on hardcore, so you do take 8 trillion damage. This is also generally a loud mission. I don't think there's a way to actually do this mission super quietly. So you pretty much just have to deal with it. Now I can abuse the fact that I can stealth a little bit around this map, because I do have the perk for hiding in shadows. Melee enemies are scary, by the way, because they have a lot of health, are very fast, and do a lot of damage. But anyway, I can try and stick to the shadows here a little bit to protect myself, but you know, there's only so much you can do when you have to go through a bunch of buildings. So he's not going to react to that. That's a melee dude, so I think I actually want to try and get his attention. Oh. So this is why I hate this mission, by the way. I hate this mission because an alarm sounds, and then like 900 people show up, and they continuously spawn forever. I did also just basically kill myself by running through some fire, if you're curious. This is the advantage of that frontal shield. So this mission's not going particularly well because I've set off an alarm. I wonder, actually, let's restart. Is there a way to do this mission without setting off an alarm? So let's not stand there because there's light there. Is there any way I can get out of here without alerting people? Excuse me. I missed. Oh, got him with the return shot though, all right. So if I go this way, like we did before, what caused the alarm to go off? Was it simply breaking that window? Is there some sort of camera? I guess it was probably breaking that window caused the alarm to go off. Which I guess I'm at a slight advantage using a laser because a laser can't break windows. So me shooting like this isn't gonna set off a window. There's a range limit to weapons, but me shooting like that won't set off an alarm because I can't break the windows. So if we can't break windows, we probably can't break walls either. And you can break down walls. I haven't really shown that, but you can break down walls. So we're gonna try and be as stealthy as possible about this. Oh. I guess it just sets an alarm off once you get inside the building, because the alarm is off now. It's rather unfortunate, but they don't know I'm over here. So let's see what we can do here. We're gonna go through here. Oh. The shadow's over here somewhere. There we go. Just gonna chill here for a second. I imagine, yep. I imagined he was gonna come through that door, which he did. Predicted, etc., etc. Is he bringing friends? He is bringing friends. The laser is piercing, by the way. Can I break this? There we go. That's what I was trying to break the whole time, was that freaking door there, but I was having some technical difficulties with it. Now, because I am smaller, I do have the unfortunate side effect of not being able to shoot over some things because I'm tiny. I have a crotch height firing line, so I can't actually shoot over this fence. On the plus side, if I stand right here, they can't shoot me either, but they can also just break it, so that's kind of irrelevant. We can blow those up, that just causes it to explode. I don't think I want to be over here. No. Because over here's a bunch of dudes with guns. Rather unfortunately, because the alarm is going off. Alright, let's go this way. Excuse me. There we go. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Now they will try and find me, obviously, as you can see there. I'm invisible though, because this perk is probably the greatest perk in the game. I don't want to be there. I can't cross this street without being seen. This pathway, not a street, whatever it is. Gotta go quickly. Oh, I've been seen. Unfortunately, that means everyone and their mother knows I'm here because I'm fighting out in the center of the arena here. The center of the map, not the arena. It's not an arena, you idiot. You do have unlimited ammo, so it's not really a problem to be shooting stuff like this, but generally speaking, I like to try and be at least moderately stealthy, mostly because I can't aim these weapons to save my life. Oh, Blackjack has arrived at the scene. Thankfully, he doesn't have much health. So we've sort of situated ourselves here. Let's break this. I know that window's open, but I want a slightly better path through here if I can make one. Oh. The game does seem to have a tendency to black my screen out sometimes. I don't really know why. There we go. I was trying to break that box for ages there. Alright, so we have a slightly better pathway through here. Let's break this window too. Let's not break that window because there's a dude right there. Now, there's two ways into this area. One way requires you have hacking, which I do. The other way is that path right there, which has 3 turrets pointed at that little tiny bridge. You can outrange the turrets, but it's pretty dangerous on a general basis. But you can also, there's 2 healy stations here. If you're hurt, you can heal at those. They only restore 20 health though, so be aware of that. I stunned you and didn't kill you. There we go. So let's look at the map here. The exit for these guys seems to be down there. So to get these 2 civilians out alive, we have to get them down there. And considering the alarm is going off, I feel like that might be really hard. Let's try and get these turrets out of the way. There we go. For some reason the turrets drop money, don't really know why. I bet I could potentially make them run this way if I break this glass to give them a path down there, but I'm not actually sure they'll go that way. Let's try it. Okay, you run that way. Where do you run? You also run this way. Okay. Get back in that room. So they'll run down here. They'll probably run through this door. And then out here is a lot of angry people that I have to protect them from. And these guys probably are the respawning group down here, because the alarm is going off, unfortunately. So let's get you guys running. You should come this way. Okay. So what do I do about this? Let's go out here and just head on fight them real quick. My shield has broken, rather unfortunately. Now you might notice I still haven't completed the main objective, by the way. I don't actually know how to complete the main objective because these dudes seem to respawn forever. I died anyway. Oh no, I did complete it. I could have left. I could have left, but I didn't. Instead, I died. Curses. You get the kill all medal after eliminating all enemies, even if you die during your escape. This is true, actually. I don't know how to destroy all enemies. Because, let's reload this real quick, just out of curiosity. Because if I enter the building at all, kill these guys out here. Does that set the alarm off? No. I missed. I hit the bush. Thankfully, these guys aren't terribly smart and will funnel into one area repeatedly. If I go into the building at all, it sets the alarm off, right? Yes. So I have to kill every enemy on this map without entering a single building? You know what, we're not actually gonna do that. I was gonna do that on video, but I feel like that might take a while to figure out, to suss out. But anyway, you guys get the gist of this game. It's sort of puzzly for some of the objectives, figuring out how to do them. And a lot of the times, a lot of the missions will have a do something in so many seconds sort of objective, which is usually very, very tight to actually accomplish, especially if your weapon's not fully upgraded or you don't have a bunch of medals to do it with a higher level weapon or anything. It can be pretty tough to do that. So it's really puzzly. You sort of have to figure out the best way to move through a level, the best way to kill enemies quickly without being discovered, preferably. Because as long as you can go through the entire mission without being discovered, you will have a damage bonus shooting enemies that don't know you're there. So it's pretty good for killing things quickly. Also, having a really high power laser tends to help. But regardless, I think the game's pretty neat. There's a lot of customization. You can basically play this game however you want. You can go in there guns blazing from the start if you want. Get a riot shield. Instead of shrink, maybe you could get 150% more health. Instead of shadow blend, you could get 50% reduced damage. Instead of the hacking tool, you could get wall breaker. In fact, let's go ahead and show this nonsense off real quick. And then you can get like equip the shotgun and upgrade that a bunch of times. Throw some money away, why not? Let's see, instead of Sandman, let's get piercing lead, so my shotgun goes through walls. What else do we want here? We could get explosive melee. Let's get rapid fire. Rapid fire, piercing shotgun. We don't have enough to purchase that or frag grenades, so we just get heavy rockets. Why the heck not? And then we could load into a map like, let's go to Office Retaliation? No. Yeah. Let's go to Office Retaliation, why not? And you can just come in here with a shotgun and go crazy like I'm about to show. With 1 billion health and reduced damage, and you can just have a grand old time. Like this guy. How's it going, buddy? He's dead. This guy over here probably can't shoot through all this stuff, but there you go. This guy's dead. I can break through walls, punch that guy if I had explosive stuff, but I don't. You guys probably should have looked behind you, but you didn't expect him to run through the walls, did you, buddy? So literally nothing in this level except for double layer walls will actually stop me from getting where I want to go, because I can just walk into them. I think I've already killed everything on this level. There you go. There you go. I like this. This setup is stupid. But you can do crazy stuff like that if you really wanted to. So now we finished the objective. We killed everyone in the level before they could do anything to us. Just walk through walls, shotgunned people at point blank that didn't expect us to suddenly walk through a wall behind them, and called it a great day. But yeah, it's cool. There's a lot of customability. You can do these missions basically however you want. But of course they will force you to do them a variety of ways, because some of them will be stealth, some of them will be just pure kill everything real quick, etc, etc. So you will have to play the game basically every way possible in order to finish it. So that's the thing. Anyway, that's it. That's it for this. That's it for Judge. It's a pretty neat game. I think it's pretty cool. For 15 bucks, I mean, if it seemed neat to you, I'd go for it. So links in the description, etc., etc. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.